Hi all, my name is Prasanna and I am author of a very popular blog called Tika Blog. I also hold a degree in product design from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Today in this video I am going to speak a bit about the difference between art and design and how you can use art to do the designing. Now traditionally we have been speaking things like, hey, that's a beautiful design, when we are referring to a sketch, a painting or a collage. Traditionally, we have been using the words design and art interchangeably. Now let us take out and see that IITs and NIDs, or for that matter many of the design schools, don't necessarily see art as design or design as art, when they have got a very clear-cut distinction between what is art and what is design. In this video, I will be speaking about the distinction between the two, and if you are good at arts, what you can do, and if you are good at designing, what you can do and leverage your artistic skills in a better way. Now let me speak a bit about what is arts. Arts is an expression of creativity. By that, you can see paintings or collages or sketches that a person does in order to express their feelings. A classic example could be the art done by Picasso. Picasso, for example, has painted a famous painting called Guernica to express his thoughts and feelings about Spanish Civil War. Now, this is a piece of art because it clearly expresses what he feels and not what he expresses as a solution. Coming to that point, schools like JJ School of Arts are specifically designed to teach this kind of form. They will really value if you present them what you can feel about a thing and how you can successfully express that in a visual form. Those schools value art as a feeling and they will actually appreciate if you present something like that in your portfolio. In fact, they will even test you for your artistic skills. However, that is not design, and IITs and NIDs, when considering a candidate for their design course, will not appreciate this kind of thing when they see that in your portfolio. So let me explain what is design. Now typically you will see a lot of designs around you. Those are solutions to problems. For example, a spoon is a solution to the problem that eating by hand is bit messy and spoon makes it a bit simpler. Now if you observe carefully, there are a lot of forms of spoon, and that is where design manifests its creativity. However, sketching simply a spoon does not mean that it's a design. You have to first understand what is the problem that you're facing. Then you have to understand what are the different solutions available to solve that problem. And finally, which is the solution that perfectly suits the given problem. Now, going to all this process is not an expression of creativity. However, there is definitely creativity involved. That being said, we should always keep in mind that design, as defined by IITs, NIDs and many other design schools all across the world, refer to a process by which you identify a problem, you formulate a solution to them and express that solution in a means that would be easily understood. In SEED particularly, your ability to express this solution is greatly stressed upon. So let us think a bit about what exactly do you do when you design something. A typical design process is split into 3 stages. The first stage is that you have to identify who is going to use your solution. For example, from a product design perspective, the solution would be taking into account what are the different usage scenarios. For example, in case of the spoon, the usage scenario will be holding it by hand, dipping it into some sort of food item and placing that into your mouth. The ease with which you can do this will be the measure of the success. The second phase of this process will be to find out what are the alternate solutions to that. Now different solutions would exist. For example, rolling a piece of paper and dipping it into your food and putting it into your mouth would be a solution. However, if you evaluate this against the traditional design of the spoon, you will realize that the paper would get wet and thereby unusable in no time. Thereby, this solution won't really work. Nonetheless, it is a good solution. Now, this process of evaluating different solutions and coming to the one that suits the best is where creativity is required at its best. That leads to the third phase where you have to express your solution. Now, being a designer, you will typically be faced with the challenge that you have to get that thing either manufactured or do it yourself. In any case, you have to get your thoughts clarified. For doing that, very simple and the basic technique is using pen and a pencil and a paper to express what you feel like. That is a quick sketch of what you are thinking. You can show it to someone. Even better, you can show it to the person who is going to use, ask their opinion of how they will feel about using it. Or you can take a good judgment yourself, assessing the problem and thereby suggesting a solution. Then comes the latter part of the design where actually you can either give it to an engineering team to manufacture it in case of product design, or if you are using something like print media, you have to digitize it. Now, this entire process, if you observe carefully, is very unlike art. Art would typically involve you sitting, feeling what you are expressing right now, and then picking up the pencil and the paper or whatever medium you are choosing to express yourself, and then simply putting it all together in order to express your feelings. You will feel light and better once you have done that. There is typically no user involved in art, though for commissioned art, there is surely a user involved, and then it becomes something how good you are at making that user feel better. Now let us see how you can use your artistic skills in design. Before going to the point, let me stress that you by no means need to have artistic talent in order to get into a design school. Having artistic talents, however, does help in certain ways. Like I explained in the previous section, that you have to, by the end of the third cycle in your design process, express what you are thinking of a solution. If you express it in such a way that the user or whosoever you are showing that sketch to understands what you are trying to say, it is good enough. Now, there are a number of ways to express your ideas. You can create a 3D model, you can create a soft model maybe out of plasticine, or you can simply take a piece of wire and bend it around till it takes the form which you are trying to convey. However, sketching still remains one of the most basic and disposable form of expressing your ideas. Coming to the point, if you are able to express your ideas in a very creative way, in an artistic way, say using poster colors and watercolors, maybe charcoal or any other artistic media, it definitely brings a sense of appreciation. You can always think that this person is having artistic skills along with the ability to think out the solutions to the problem. The more evolved your thinking is, however, you need not always show your sketches in forms of artistic renderings. For most of the design schools, it is sufficient to show simple pen and paper sketches. However, you should be able to demonstrate to them how well you have thought about the solution, what are the different alternatives you have thought about it, and how you have successfully expressed it to the minutest detail possible. Coming to the point, even if you don't have artistic talent, it is very well possible to get into a design school. The best example is sitting right in front of you. I am not the best artist you will find around. However, probably I am good enough with a pencil and a piece of paper to write down my thoughts and to express them using a few lines. This is a great talent in the sense that though you don't have to be very artistic, but you should be good enough to speak out what you are thinking in terms of sketches. That is what most design schools will test from you. Therefore, in conclusion, we can see that having artistic skills definitely help, but please don't overdo it. Without artistic skill, it is very well possible to get into design schools. However, you can choose to improve on your artistic skills by seeing some sketches that inspire you. You don't have to overdo it, but a simple pencil and paper sketches are good enough for most of the design entrance exams. I hope that you like this video, and if you have any comments or suggestions, Please feel free to write them in the comments below. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.